ceiling looked like jelly, and it was if this was an empty room, it probably wouldn't have been as scary, but because of all the glass breaking, it almost felt bigger.
The other big story today, a Humboldt County shop employee describing what it was like when that 7.0 quake hit off the North Coast today. It hit right near Ferndale. This is just south of Eureka. It's a 5-hour drive from Sacramento.
Steve Large and photojournalist Dennis Lopez made that drive today, heading up to Humboldt County for us. Steve, you talked to a lot of resilient people today.
Yeah, no question. And tonight people are definitely recovering from some frayed nerves. I'm standing here on Main Street in Ferndale. And if you look at the damage, you really wouldn't know that earlier today, this very street was suffering from a 7.0 magnitude earthquake. Surveillance video shows the force from this powerful quake shaking the floors, things flying off shelves inside this Ferndale store, the rocking and rolling going on and on.
The ceiling looked like jelly.
Rhea Sanchez was working here as cameras captured the scene. She feared the worst.
If this was an empty room, it probably wouldn't have been as scary, but because of all the glass breaking, it almost felt bigger. But it was really scary.
Despite the massive shaking, only a few tiles fell from the walls, the minimal damage allowing the store to stay open all day.
Well, we've cleaned up from today's hectic earthquake already, and that's kind of just what we've learned how to do living here up in the beautiful Northwest.
Knocked a lot of product over out here, nuts and bolts falling on the floor. We'll have to find out where they go.
A few blocks away, cleanup continued at Valley Lumber. Owner Troy Land was inside when he felt the earth move under him.
What did I feel? A lot of shaking. And it started shaking and it just shook hard.
He's lived through lots of earthquakes that did more damage, despite the strong number here.
Never gets to a 7. You're booking. Nobody gets hurt. No buildings fell down. It's just a mess. So, yeah, pretty fortunate.
The Humboldt County Sheriff reports no major structural damage from the quake and no injuries. Power was restored following some brief outages.
This one felt more like you were on a ship.
This picture of power rocking and rolling on Ferndale's Main Street. The makings for a natural disaster, amazingly leaving only minimal damage. And a live look at the lights on Ferndale's live Christmas tree. They're very proud of this tree. They say it's the largest live tree in the world. And tomorrow night is another proud night for Ferndale. It is their hospitality night. All these businesses stay open extra late. And tomorrow will have no impact from that 7.0 quake.
Wow, I'm sure they're glad to know that they were able to get everything cleaned up in time. Yeah. Thank you, Steve.